My day 14 review of the best Super Juniors, the last show of the block tournament matchups here, as we're in Narita versus Bushi, taking on the opener here as big vertical suplex from Narita gets a 2 count. Cloverleaf by Narita, Bushi gets to the ropes. Boston Crab by Bushi, Narita gets to the ropes. Small package by Narita, Bushi kicks out. Running in MX followed by the corner MX from Bushi, and he gets the win. No surprise on the winner. Awesome to see the development of Ren Narita throughout the tournament. Bushi, the protection of the MX really was helped him with the booking, and if he hit it, he usually won. If not, 100% of the time he won. Simple stuff, but you can't really fault it. You can't fault the booking idea of a guy who's not a major player in the junior division, but he's had flashes of in the top contention. It was a couple of years back, the Super J Cup of 2016, him and Kushida was the finals. Stuff like that. And now there's just too many players now that have come and gone throughout that time, and it's kind of he's always just kind of been a cornerstone of the junior division, much like Rocky Romero, who, speaking of Rock, Bandito versus Rocky Romero. Awesome cross armbar from Rocky. Looked like he was going for a triangle, which that'd been fucking crazy. When he locked it in, I was like losing my shit. Because he did that twice now. The first one, when he kind of grabbed that cross armbar from standing position and kind of transitioned into it, it was really crazy how well Rock is at just really the technical aspects of it. And he's always been like that, man. He's always been good with that type of bringing that element of strategy into it. The grappling that he does, it's really, really insane. Rana by Bandito, layered from Rocky. Spanish Fly slammed by Bandito, 24 plex from Bandito. He gets the win. Didn't have a lot of notes for the match, but they did a lot of innovative shit throughout it. Like, Bandito does, like, a layer it to, like, the fucking shin of Rock at one point. Like, it was just stuff where you just go, what in the fuck is that? Just great stuff there. Good run from both guys. Before, when I talking about the preview of the very first of the just before the tournament even started, I was hoping for a Shingo Takagi Bandito finals. We didn't get that, but that's fine. Shingo is obviously it was awesome. Shingo had the run he had, and Bandito, he had some good stuff. Just having to run into like a debuting El Phantasmo, and he usually beat a lot of the bigger-ish names, but also at the same time losing to most of them. He lost to like Ospreay and whatnot. So it made sense that his run was pretty much where it should have been. But at the same time, he was hoping for more. Rock was awesome, man. I was so happy to see him back in the best Super Juniors. His matches with El Phantasmo and Ospreay were tremendous. Some of the best of the tournament. He had a great run for Rocky Romero. As the co-main event, Robbie Eagles versus Yo. Or no, not the co-main event. I'm sorry. This is only the third match here. As Robbie Eagles versus Yo. Springboard drop kick to the leg of Yo. Eagles counts the calf killer with a figure 4 leg lock. Back slam by Eagles. German suplex with a bridge. Eagles kicks out at 2. Enziguri by Eagles. Yo skins the cat, hits a super kick. Dragon suplex with a bridge, and Yo gets the win. Yo and Robbie Eagles just talking about their run in the best Super Juniors. Obviously, Eagles, his strengths were really on display. Having, smart, intelligent matches with guys day in and day out on the block. With him targeting the legs and his style was tremendous. He had good matches there somewhat throughout. Him and Ospreay was probably his best match, which, no surprise with Will Ospreay having a best match. Same thing with Eagles, probably. Eagles had, really a good matches with everyone. I enjoyed his Ospreay match. I enjoyed his El Phantasmo match. I think that he had the best El Phantasmo match, probably. It was, if I had to pick one, probably El Phantasmo and Will Ospreay was really good, too. Again, talking about Will Ospreay. He's Eagles is a guy who should be doing a lot better in New Japan, if I had to say so myself. But, maybe one day. Maybe, it's still early in his New Japan career, but it's kind of seeing as maybe New Japan sees El Phantasmo in a better light than Rob Eagles. But it should be, flipped. Eagles is far more talented than El Phantasmo is. And speaking of El Phantasmo, the co-main event. El Phantasmo versus Doki. Doki attacks Phantasmo during his entrance. Goes for his Tope Suicida. Phantasmo holds the chair up. I always dig that spot. I remember it, way back when, way back when, talking, Royal Rumble 2001, Jericho and Benoit did that spot, but, like, fucking Jericho full on swung the chair at him instead of holding up, so that was nice. I'm glad we're progressed more in 18 years to be like, hey, let's not full on swing a chair at somebody's head while they're flying through the ropes. We'll just hold it up, so it'd be a lot more easier for him to not get CTE. As Doki ducks with a splits that sends Phantasmo to the floor. Here's a Tope Suicida. Doki dives off the top on the other side of the ring with a diving senton to the floor. Enziguri by ELP. Doki kicks out at 2. Springboard DDT by Doki. And, oh, shit, a major fuck-up. Going for a top rope Rana. Both guys fucked up. It could have been very badly for one of them, if not both men. Basically, they were trying to do a springboard Rana off the top rope, and either El Phantasmo fucked up the Rana part, where he didn't have his legs on Doki's shoulders, or Doki also at the same time was out of position because he took a step back. Really, I'd like to just chalk that up as both guys fucked up. But, maybe if I dissected it even more, you could really see who was at fault. As a top rope splash from Phantasmo. Doki kicks out at 2. Gory bomb neckbreaker into the splits by Doki. As El Phantasmo kicks out at 2. Super kick by Doki. Or no, super kick by El Phantasmo. I'm sorry. Doki kicks out at 2. Face buster by El Phantasmo. And he gets the win. El Phantasmo, his big debut for New Japan, really was this run. And, at first it was kind of like, alright, you're kind of maybe over pushing him. But then they started giving him some losses throughout the tournament, and it started really helping his development. He's okay, he's not someone who's, especially even in Block B, it would be even, you would definitely see a lot more of the faults if he was in Block A, and they had that type of run, because they'd been like, there's so many more better guys in that block. But Block B, though, even, obviously Ospreay, and I'd even put the Gucci ahead of him. Eagles, I think, was better than him. Rocky Romero was better than him. Trying to think, I might have forgot somebody. Oh, Bandito. Bandito was better than him. Just there was so many guys that were better than him. So that kind of didn't help his cause. Doki, this is really his big showcase for probably so many eyes being on him for the first time. As, filling in for Desperado. He did a good job for what he did. A lot of innovative shit. I would love to see him in the future. Maybe not for New Japan. Maybe if you're going to do like a Desperado Doki tag team. But, this was maybe his one shot. And maybe one and only shot in the best Super Junior. And he did fine. He had a memorable match with Ospreay. He could do innovative shit. He could be a guy, I think his bookings all around the world is going to be heightened because of this run, so that's good for him. As the main event, Ryusuke Taguchi versus Will Ospreay, winner takes on Shingo in the finals. Flying ass attack by Taguchi. Slingshot tope to the floor by Ospreay. Ass attack by Taguchi. Crossbody to the floor by Taguchi. Springboard ass attack. Ospreay kicks out at 2. Backhand spring over a kick by Ospreay. Taguchi locks in an ankle lock using the ropes. Ospreay gets out of it, and he hits a twisting moonsault off the top rope to the floor. Very nicely done. Counters Dodon with a roll-up. Both guys trade strikes. Kawada kicks from Ospreay. Ankle lock by Taguchi. Sit-out powerbomb by Ospreay. Spinning an axe kick. And Taguchi counters the Os cutter with an ankle lock. Dodon by Taguchi. Ospreay kicks out at 2. Meat locks in a ankle lock. Ospreay gets out of that. Shooting star press off the top rope. Taguchi kicks out at 2. Taguchi counters the Os cutter again, this time though with the backslide. Ospreay kicks out at 2. Stormbreaker by by Ospreay rather. It's Stormbreaker by Ospreay, and he gets the win. What a fun main event. The finals have been set. Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay. What a fucking match that's going to be. Super excited to see that. I mean, it's going to be insane. There's just no other way to put it. I don't know in my years of watching the Best Super Juniors, I don't know if there's ever been a finals that's been like, oh shit, quite like this. Just because it's a one-time match. It's the first time ever in the singles match between the two. The run these two have had in this Best Super Juniors has been just unbelievable. And because there's been obviously great matches in the Best Super Juniors in just recent history, as far as finals goes. Taguchi Ospreay, Kushida Ricochet from a couple of years back. There's just been Devitt Alex Shelley was tremendous. There's been some great finals, but this one, just going into it, is I just did a peek of just like unbelievable stuff, and they're gonna kill it, man. It's gonna be awesome to see. And that will do it, though, for my Day 14 review, as I'll catch you guys later for my preview of the finals of the Best Super Juniors. Take care, everyone.